is a son who have a very wonderful parents. Yeah, and Alex expressed his work today, how his father, how his mom to take care of him and his message to the young people nowadays. Thank you very much. Welcome, Alex.
Namo Sakya Muni Buddha. Before I begin, I'd like to humbly thank the brothers and sisters for allowing me to speak before all of you. So today, we come here to celebrate Bulan, which venerates our ancestors, but more specifically our parents. It is the union between these two souls that's granted us the opportunity to bear witness and take part in the journey we know as life. Even at the summit of our accomplishments and in the deepest chasms of our despair, there remains the constant necessity to remember and honor those that permitted our existence. In a similar vein, the legend that inspired Bulan describes a disciple of the Buddha, Moggallana, whose efforts to repay the debt he owed his mother for endowing him with life helped not only his mother, but the spirits of many others. As the legend goes, Moggallana used his powers of insight to observe his mother's soul in the afterlife. Unfortunately, his mother had committed bad deeds, and her soul was cast into the realm of the hungry ghosts. Being the honorable filial son that he was, Moggallana could not bear to see his reason for life suffer, and asked the Buddha how he could relieve her suffering. He explained that through the combined will and concentration of many monks praying together, his mother's soul would be liberated. The monks' combined efforts paid off, and not only was Moggallana's mother's soul freed, but the souls of many others as well. Whether one believes that Moggallana truly had the insight to see his mother's spirit, or that the monks' prayers actually liberated hungry souls, is besides the point. In the modern world we live in, what we can glean from this legend is the beauty in a son or daughter who can recognize the debt owed to their parents. And though it is a debt that can never be fully repaid, they can still try to make the best of the opportunity of life granted to them. What is important to note in Moggallana's legend is that his mother had not led a perfect life. She had committed bad deeds, and she received punishment for it in the afterlife. But this was not Moggallana's place to pass judgment. He recognized the gift of life that his mother had granted him, and realized that it was far too great. Even with all the suffering that we inherit, being born into this world, brought in by our parents, from the moment we're born, we begin crying. It would be too tragic not to leave this gift unrecognized. Not only that, but to be grateful is to practice awareness. All beings belong to a complex network of relationships, but none are more powerful or more durable than the bond between a parent and their child. Friends will come and go, and quarrels among friends can dissolve what was thought to be unbreakable bonds. But never will the blood bond that ties father to son, mother to daughter break, weathering any storm and standing the truest test of time. Aware that we are physically, if not also spiritually, the truest continuation of our parents and their parents, we are more than any fortune they could have amassed, anything they could have built. And to be aware of this is to show our utmost gratitude. Being the physical progeny of our parents means that we have written in our physical makeup the same matter as our parents. But what nature has given us is only half of what makes us human. From our earliest days, we were taught right from wrong, and how to take care of ourselves and respect others. If left to fend for ourselves, left unguided, we would not be much more than stray beasts, indulging our whims however we see fit, and lacking the morals required to maintain civilized behavior that we pride ourselves on as human beings. One of the beauties of parenthood is the ability to pass down that which has been passed down for many generations. The hard work and perseverance of our ancestors have laid the foundations for our existence and are the brick and mortar for our moral education. Though ancestors from years past seem to have little in common with us, the keys to happiness and peaceful existence have not changed since those times. What our parents have taught us and what their parents taught them, and so on, with each successive generation builds upon the last in order to build a better quality of future life. In this respect, Moggallana's story is also relevant. By helping his mother through the power of good intention and prayer, he also helped the soul of many others. Symbolically, this represents the benefits that emanate outward from venerating one's parents. By respecting the wishes and teachings of our parents, we build upon the works of all our ancestors, adding another stitch to the patchwork quilt of human endeavors. The rewards garnered from this will not only be reaped by the family of one who does good deeds, but by all of those around them, connecting and intertwining one's efforts with the rest of humanity's. Practicing filial piety and respecting one's parents is by no means a passive act. It requires more than simply being grateful. While a mindset of gratefulness can be one of the most powerful things, this mindset must manifest itself into action. Similarly, our respect for the teachings of the Buddha take form in the joining of our palms in a bow. To think simply that I respect the Buddha's teachings is not enough. The same goes for respecting and venerating one's parents. Having only recently gone through adolescence, being 18, I myself can attest to the difficulties of maintaining Buddhist practice and in turn filial piety in the hectic modern world we live in. I still find myself amazed that sanctuaries like the one we're gathered here at today still exist amongst an age where technology and media furthers us from what is truly in front of us. We are truly blessed to have at this temple a refuge that is always willing to take us in and show us the right path, just as our parents do. As a message to all people, young students of the practice especially, we must treat the teachings as we do our parents, where they bear the same qualities of unconditional love and respect, and we must let them guide us. Youth grants us an energy to do more than we realize, but we must not waste it. We must look further into the future and understand our place and understand the effects of our actions. One day we will stand in the same place as our ancestors, realizing the difficulties they endured to raise us. If we give respect to the teaching, and in turn, the parents that we came from fully, and with the whole of our being, we build upon the foundations laid before us sooner. And our children will be able to do the same and more.
Your narration, thank you very much, Alex. He present very powerful his message in today the Vu-Lan Festival. Alex is the college student of Irvine University. I'm sorry, the Riverside University. And bài của em Alex rất là xúc động. Và tuy rằng em sinh ra và lớn lên ở đây và đã đến Đại Đăng từ khi còn bé và bây giờ đã trở thành một sinh viên đại học, và em có những cái rất là hơn mình. Em hiểu Ngài Bụt Kiền Liên rất là sâu sắc qua bài về trình diễn của em. Chúng con xin được tóm tắt rất là ngắn gọn, cô đọng những cái ý kiến của em mới vừa nói. Em nói hôm nay là ngày lễ Vu Lan, ngày mà nhớ ơn về công ơn cha mẹ, trở về dòng quá khứ lịch sử của